And actually, before we move on to Scarlet's turns, I can't believe she only has one card. Speaking of cards, I forgot that I had 3 cards that I put to the side because I wouldn't have been able to use them for the battle. I forgot to put them back to my hand for the end of Keel-Haul's turn. I mean, in all honesty, I would have probably taken the emergency dust off, threw that into the reserve, and I would have had 2 more recruitment points for a buying. I don't think I would have, I might have bought something else. I might have bought Wild Card or Barbecue. I would have bought Wild Card because it still would have been able to use with the drone, but then I wouldn't have Rock and Roll in hand. You know what? Why don't we just go ahead and retcon that? Let's say we did that. Rock and Roll would did back here. I would have bought Wild Card as well, putting that on top of the deck, which would have been drawn in addition to the drone, and I would only been able to draw 4 because of Croc Master. I've actually drew 5, but then had to discard the 1. So let's just say that happened, because what did I discard? I think, yeah, probably diffuser. I forgot what it was already. I know, it just happened, but lots going on. With that, let's replace up here. APC, I'm probably going to get that out. Even though you can have 8 Joes, which is nuts, having this and then up on the hanger, or what is it, the flag, it doesn't really do too much. The Skyhawk, way better to use off of the flag, because you use a ton of stuff from that. Yeah, okay, so that's the way that is right now. Let's go ahead and now officially start Act 3, Part 1, as we enter Destro's Swamp Hangar. The Joes have found the covert entrance, but Cobra's been tipped off. They'll need to get inside the secret hangar before Cobra can surround them. Ground-based vehicles activate their special in this one with 1 complication attached. Add 1 Cobra battalion to the lineup and equip a Cobra trooper to it. At the end of each round, add 1 Cobra battalion to the lineup and equip a Cobra transport to it. With the help of a marksman ability, 6 successes will enable you to complete this mission, dropping the threat gauge by 2 and repairing any damage to the flag. Failure means we read File 13. I do not know if we're going to be able to pass this. Marksman is a little hard one. That's what actually was Rock and Roll's thing. I was looking at that before, thinking I could pass this with that. But at the same time, not so much. Vehicle for the next one might be a good one, just because we have a lot of vehicles going on, and both of them have the failure condition of read file 13. So I assume that's another one of those roll the dice and do the thing. It might have actually, was that 13? No, that was 12. We read 12 already. Regardless of anything, 1 complication slaps onto this, and we take another Cobra battalion. We're starting to run out. We only have 1 left. That's bad. We take our Cobra transports, and now remember, we're going to shuffle these, pick 1. It's going to attach to him, probably increasing his difficulty and any other powers. If we manage to roll and do the exact amount that we need, we can actually gain the transport, and that will go over to the flag that we can use for later, which will be very helpful indeed should that happen. Boom, the bubble trouble. You must discard 1 to start this mission. Ew, okay, so I can't even fight this one. Oh my goodness, okay, well at least it doesn't go up by 1. The other thing I forgot, actually, I'm gonna take this back because I forgot to shuffle in the rank 3, oh, that was the one that went to the discard pile, but I had a lot of rank 3 stuff, plus Croc Master should go back into the complication. So let's shuffle those. Okay. I think going forward, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be removing Cobra officers from the complications if they get to the field. Like, we've seen Crystal Ball a ton of times already, twice in fact. So I don't want to keep pulling the same ones over and over again. I want to see different things. Unless it's specified from the mission card, if I pull it from the complications, it will not get shuffled back. And trust me, it doesn't really matter. Our deck is massive for these complications. I'm not really too worried about it. I don't know why I looked at that. I apologize. Throw that back down there. I was thinking about drawing it and looking at it, but there we go. Okay. We already did the vehicle. Let's head on over. And of course it covers over the Skyhawk. That is terrible. And I can't even fight that with, what is it, Scarlet? Because all I have is Dusty and Sandstorm. And I would need to discard a card in order to be able to do the thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is Dusty and Sandstorm are here. He is not a leader. This is all I can do. I can only do submissions. I have to get rid of stuff. So I need to get rid of things. So I forgot to pull this back here, which is good. I am going to go ahead and get rid of this first one because I believe that's the shuriken. Yes, good. So we'll go ahead and roll 2 dice. Oh, we got it. Oh, thank goodness. I saw them missing. I got really nervous. All right, so this Cobra Battalion is gone. Perfect, done. What I could also do is trigger Sandstorm here. I'm not really using the other one too much. Well, I didn't really use Order that much here. But Sandstorm is actually really nice. So I'm in my recruitment phase. I can gain 2 and I can discard what's there. So I'm going to do that. We're going to go ahead and activate Sandstorm. So Sandstorm will go there. We'll draw 3. Killer Whale, Tunnel Rat, and Lowlight. Lowlight's the only one that I can actually purchase. Explosives and Recon Tracker is really good too. +1 wild skill. I think what I'm going to do, water transport as well, but I got to get rid of that APC. I don't have anything to do that yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I could choose to purchase one. Let's do... Man, I can't decide between Lowlight and Tunnel Rat. I'm getting to the red. Either one of these I'm going to need at some point, I can tell. I'm just going to talk. I'm going to say, oh, I'm going to purchase Killer Whale, but instead of that, I'm going to discard it. So I'm going to put it up there. We'll take Lowlight. We'll put him on top. So now I have 2 more recruit. My first 2 recruit are going to go to Shuriken. So that'll flip that over. My next 2 recruit is going to go to Lowlight. Put that there. And there's Tunnel Rat. There we go. Flipping through all that pretty quickly. This is discarded, and now we draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and remember, the Shuriken can be used as +1 wild skill even if she's not on a mission, which is fine because we could do all kinds of crazy stuff that way. Moving on over to Keel-Haul. I think this emergency dust off is going to be awesome because if I double the amount that's needed for the mission, then I get to draw 3 cards. What I think I'm going to do is we're going to go after another Cobra Trooper here. We'll go after this Trouble Bubble to try to get that out of here. Or should I go after one of these? Maybe the other one. Anti-V, if you don't mind. I mean, remove 1 Cobra Transport from the mission and gain it. I could just gain the Trouble Bubble, which is discard all complications from this mission. Ooh, okay. So we're going to do that. Let's first play the emergency dust off. So if we complete the missions, we get double, with at least double, we get 3 cards. I thought Drone Strike was going to help me, but it's really not going to do too much because I want to use Wild Card. We're going to choose Vehicle. So I'll get 4 dice for a Wild Card right here in order to be able to do that. I think what I'm going to do is also I'm going to toss in 1 GI just to have 5 dice. Rolling 5 dice is a better chance of hitting 4, which is what I'm going to go for on this Cobra Battalion. So that's what we're rolling for. That's what we're hoping for. I don't have any rerolls, so let's see what we can do. The goal is to get 4 or more and then go after that overwhelming force. I also got to flip back over that other card that we have. Well, no, it's at the end of our turn. It's at the end of this turn that flips over. So that's good at least. So all right, we need 4. We need a minimum of 4. And we got it. Oh my goodness, we got it. We can actually draw the 3 cards. Yes, fantastic. Okay, perfect. I love it. You're back in the pile, so we don't have to worry about it. We're opening it up, which is good. We've done these. This is my hand, and then we get to draw 3 cards. 1, which I knew Rock and Roll was on it. 2 and 3, which is great. So now it's our turn again. Target player puts 1 card from their discard pile into their hand. What do you have? No, I don't want that. Let me check you. I'm going to put Hawk. I'm going to put Hawk into his hand because Hawk has Marksman. So I can use Hawk. I can use Rock and Roll, and they're both leaders. That is 4, 7 leader dice. So that's my mission critical dice. Do I want to bring in Scarlet for this? No, I don't because of anything else. I will then... this is me going after the mission. I have to go after the mission. Yeah, I'm going to go after the mission. I'm going to do the mission. Okay, so I will do 1 more GI. So that's 7 mission critical dice. Yeah. Come here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use the triple T as well because we know that the tank skill will activate. So it's going to be -1 on the, the gauge. So that's going to be good. So 3 skills right there. As I said, we have Hawk, who has all 4 of his marksman, because we're using marksman skill, plus we get 2 wild skill from him, simply because we are the active player, and that's what Hawk does. I will then, you know what, instead of the 2 GIs, do I want to hold off on, no, I'm actually not going to do rock and roll. I'm going to wait for him, because I may use him to do overwhelming force. I'm just going to throw in 1 more GI. Now let's do 2. Let's do 2. So we have, boom, boom, right there. So it's 4 mission critical dice, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other dice in order to hit 6. That can be done, right? Let's also see what this complication is. Disrupt the drone strike, side mission precision strike at the end of your next turn. Fail the current story mission and discard the card, recon, and stealth. I have to give this to Scarlet. I have to, because what is that? I think you only have 2 of these on any character, and Keel-Haul already has 2. Man, I should have defeated one of these before going ahead and doing that, but that's all right. So pop this right here. It says 2 now on Scarlet, and I don't know what happens if we draw any more. I think they're just discarded, and we have to draw another complication, but this will flip back over at the end of the turn anyway, so I got to get rid of this. This will put us all the way back down into the green, which is where I love to be, and will make things so much better. So, hiya! Can we do 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did 7. All of these dice, and we just managed to barely pull it off. Oh boy. Well, that be that at least, which is good. We don't have anything to repair on the flag, so that's fine. So we go down 2, 3 because of the wild skill. So now we can go 1, 2, 3. Thank goodness. We've dropped that down significantly. Getting into that hangar, very, very important. Okay, so all of these have been used. This has got to go to Keel-Haul's discard pile. And now just to do it, we'll bring over overwhelming force, bring in the vamp. This is a side mission just for him. We're just going to bring rock and roll in there because rock and roll will use marksman, and he has 4 mission critical dice because he is a leader in order to be able to do 3 damage. No complications on this one. We're able to just do what we got to do, and we failed it. Oh no, we failed it. Uh-oh. Okay. Good news, bad news. I can actually now use order. I didn't worry about destroying any other cards, so that's kind of whatever. However, on a mission, if this mission fails, which it did, put a card from your discard pile into your hand. You can't put this in because this doesn't hit the discard pile yet. What I'm going to pull to my hand, I should pull the Triple T, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to pull Keel-Haul. Why am I pulling Keel-Haul? So I can actually upgrade him. So this goes here. We've used rock and roll. The vamp is to the side, and overwhelming force is right there. Again, this will flip at the end of my turn, so whatever the trigger on it isn't going to affect. This is just going to end my turn. I do still have I have the drone strike left. So I want to just, we'll throw that up there. Because I've used all of this, and it's going to be crazy. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wildcard doesn't give me anything. So with that, let's go ahead and grab Keel-Haul, and I'll grab Hawk and this. So we'll use the recruitment points from all these. Keel-Haul will come out of the deck, and the better Admiral Keel-Haul will go on top. He has vehicle and tech, so that's amazing. For each damage on the flagship, Keel-Haul gets +1 to his printed skill, so the more damage, the higher these actually get. When the flag is on a mission, and the same printed text go on. So we've used all that. We've used these. Sorry, everything's a little jumbled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to grab Tunnel Rat for 5. Flip that over. Oh, Wild Bill. Oh, he's so good. And I'm going to grab Barbecue for 2. That'll work. And we have the Detonator. Target player may destroy 1. Wow, we have a lot of card destruction, which is great. Yeah, and I would have needed to destroy this card, any of these GIs, before I actually used their stuff. So that's fine. That's okay. Now we have issues. End of your turn, it's going to go up 1, and this is going to flip back over, and now on the next turn, this is going to be a problem. Why don't we just go ahead and do the end of round thing right here before I draw his card. So that goes up 1 because of the the overwhelming force. I can only draw 4 cards for him because of Croc Master, so I'll do that when we get back over. The mission, which is still in play. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, we finished the mission. What am I doing? We beat this. Get over here, you. This now goes under our completed mission spot, and Scarlet will start with a new one for the next part of Act 3. But now we activate here. So we're in the green, so it automatically goes up 1, and then it goes up another 1 because of the end of round. Let's draw our 4, because that's all we get because of Croc Master being out, which I think is the end of his pile. Yep, good thing I put all those in. There's my Cobra Trooper. And we got to deal with all of this later on. Scarlet goes, and we check out the next story mission. Underground Operation. Before reading this, make sure you check on the bottom, because it says, if you logged Croc Alert, replace this story mission, which is story mission 8, with story mission 8A. We did do that. So this turns into this. Really just a little bit different flavor text for the story changed, and the success rate went up. A weapon smuggling operation and secret mission silo right under our noses. With Croc Master's trap sprung, it looks like he isn't willing to give up this evil operation without a fight. No vehicle powers will trigger for this, 1 complication added to it, and at the end of each player's turn, draw 1 complication. That was the same for 8 and 8A. What's now a little bit different is that the success rate has gone up from 6 to 7, still able to use tracker or vehicle. If you succeed, you lower the gauge by 1 and gain a gear or utility card from the lineup at no cost. Failure is read file 13. Yeah, so we have 8 here. That's gone. We don't have to worry about that. And 8A is in the mix. So let's see what we can do. We'll grab a complication. And again, it's at the end of each player's turn. We have to draw a complication. So we may go through this complication deck pretty quickly. I also didn't really even notice this at the end of your turn. I think I read it, but I forgot. Fail the current story mission and discard this card. I don't have stealth or recon. I do have a way of rolling 3 dice, but that's literally going to be her entire turn. I have to do that. Oh man, this is going to be terrible. All right, so let's do that. Grab the vamp, put that in. We have to go over to the disruptive drone site or else it just immediately fails, which I guess may not be the worst thing if we're not drawing complications, but I don't know. I think getting rid of that is a better thing right now. Low light, he only adds 1 because tracker isn't part of it. A standard GI only adds 1 because he just does. And then we'll throw the shuriken as well, adding 1. So we got 3 dice to do 2 damage, plus I have a reroll. Hopefully we don't need it. All right, here we go. We got to hit, what did I say? It was 3 dice to hit 2. We just have to hit 2. Hitting 2 would be the way to go. Oh, we did. Okay, good. I mean, bad, because we still got to draw a complication at the end of her turn, but at least we beat the complication. All right, so this I'm just going to put that in the discard pile to the side, and that's going to be the end of her turn. Let's do the recruit phase with this. We got 4, and I'm going to give her the anti-vehicle mine. Remove 1 Cobra transport from this mission and gain it. So if I do that and we go after this, then I'll be able to gain that Cobra transport, which is fine. I still need to discard as well. Draw 1 less card. You know what I realized for Keel-Haul? It wasn't drawing 4 cards. It's at the end of each turn round, each player discards a card. Oh no, wait a minute. Wait a minute, that changes things drastically then. Oh no, I played that wrong. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're just gonna say, boom, that's gone. I have 3 to buy. I can't buy anything because nothing is 3 on there. So that's going to be the end of her turn. Let me reshuffle this. Okay. Now we draw service rifle, and I'm going to discard this Cobra Trooper because Croc Master said I can. That's how that works. All right. So with that said, now we get to draw 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's shuffle. Okay. And 4. What's great about her next turn is she can actually defeat Fiona. Well, I hope so, because we have martial arts and martial arts right here. Plus, it's a precision strike, so Law and Order will actually enable her to draw a card. So this is a perfect one to go up against this Angry Gator in order to get rid of it. So, plus martial arts. So, there we go. I still don't like it. We do have to draw a complication for her. And that means we get Firefly appears. Put Firefly into play. All right, let's grab that. Find Firefly. Here he is. And martial arts. At the end of each round, if there are 3 or fewer ninjas in the command center, add 1 ninja to the command center. I'm going to say if there are 3 or fewer Cobra Battalion members, add 1 to the lineup, because I forgot that he is mostly for the ninjas. We don't have ninjas in this game, and so he's just going to be that type of issue going forward. I'll have to remember that going forward. Anyway, moving right along here. The problem with Keel-Haul right now is that I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of both of these. I mean, this is just going to keep moving the gauge up, which is going to be terrible. And, man, recon and stealth. I got to get rid of this. I have to try to get rid of this the best I can. And vehicle is next. So there are vehicles. I could try to go after the story mission, though. That's 3 mission critical. And if I beat the story mission, then this will not trigger at all. And then I can discard it. So it's kind of free to get rid of that. All right, so let's grab our guys. I don't need that for this. All right, let's go ahead with the Vamp. Keel-Haul will be our leader. He is using vehicles, so you have to use either or. He is a leader, so he'll get 3 in there. There's no additional damage on the flag, so he's not going to gain anything else. Barbecue will be there at least. He'll gain 3 because of vehicles. I have Tunnel Rat. I have to do either or, so we'll give that. I thought I was going to add, Scarlet, but I'm actually not going to. So with this said, we have 7 going after 7, plus whatever this is. This could be equally as bad. Story mission, re-roll 1 hit. Don't tell me the odds. Okay. So in situations like that, I always go with, a single hit if I have to reroll it. It doesn't say I have to reroll double hits, so it's a hit of my choice. I need to do 7 in order to beat this thing. Reroll? Hey, I got a double. Oh no, things are taking a turn for the Joes. Okay. This is done, so that's going to go into the discard pile. We have failed this mission, full failure. These are all used. Vamp goes back, and now we read File 13. A vicious trap. Man, we can't get away from these traps. As the Joes venture ever closer to their objective, the biggest traps are always planted nearest to the target. This is a good thing when you discover and avoid the trap. But when the Joes make a single mistake, it becomes a nightmare. Now, this mercenary has them in their sights. Set up, put a random Cobra officer into play, and equip a Cobra transport to it. Log Swamped if you haven't already. Return to game. Okay, so we have 2 Cobra officers in play right now, Croc Master and Firefly, which again, I've modified Firefly for this simply because of the fact that the ninjas are there. Let's just go ahead and shuffle our Cobra operatives right here. See which one we get. And if I pull Croc Master, then I just pull again. Destro. Okay, there's Destro. That's no surprise right there. And he gets a Cobra transport as well. Explosives and martial arts. We roll all double results against the story mission. Well, story mission has failed, but whatever. But then at the end of each round, draw a complication. A lot of complications coming out. Not good. He gets the Wolf. This would be for an ice mission if we were doing Cold Snap, but you can use for the explosive anyway. +1 difficulty. If the mission fails, add 1 Cobra Battalion to the lineup. Ooh, no. All right, you go to the failed pile, which is down here. Okay. And unfortunately, there's really nothing else I can do about literally anything. What do we got? We got 2, 4, 6. Oh, I had this too as well. That would have went to... Yeah, the drone strike came here to his hand. Right, I always forget to pull it from the reserve. Choose 1 Joe on this mission. Maybe, you know what? It wouldn't have mattered. I was so far off. I don't know if I would have been able to use that. Again, I really should pay attention to these things. Let's just leave the drone strike over there. I will pull it this time. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to use 6 of it to grab Wild Bill. We'll put him on top. putting the jump out. This mission is also a flying mission, +1 wall skill, +2 vehicle. That's really good. And that's going to be the end of that. I'm going to draw the drone strike. We're going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, hey, my triple T, 3, 4, 5. So I have 6 cards in my hand. Now, first things first, the Moray Sea Assault would trigger at the end of your next turn. Fail the current story mission and discard it. I already failed it, so that's gone. The Overwhelmed Force is still here, so that goes up by 1. Before we do anything else, again, I'm modifying Firefly, so instead of ninjas going in the command center, we're going to put another Cobra Battalion on here. I can get rid of it, so that's fine. Croc Master makes everybody discard a card, so we're going to discard this Cobra Trooper, and we're going to discard this GI. And now other bad things are going to happen. First is Destro is going to trigger. At the end of each round, draw a complication. Huzzah! What do we get? Put Destro into play. He's already into play, and that just means we just redraw another one. Search and rescue. At the end of your next turn, fail the current story mission and discard it. I'm going to give this to Keel-Haul just to give him some time because nobody has tracker right now, so he'll take that. Now we go over here. Another Cobra Battalion is going to the lineup, so that's going to be on the anti-vehicle mine. Well, first, it would go up because of the overwhelming force on Keel-Haul. Then the Cobra Battalion goes up. Then it goes up one more time because of the end of the round. And we go quickly from green to top of yellow without even realizing it. Now again, remember, should we beat Act 3, in this, Act 3 Story Mission 3, we win. We automatically win, which is fantastic. That would be awesome. The thing is, I don't know how that's going to happen because I need explosives and tech, and out of everybody here, I have 2 tech on a non-leader. So, yeah. Okay, let's, at the very least, let's read up on Croc Knockdown. No more traps. No more stalking around the swamp. There's nowhere left for this Florida man to escape. It's a final tussle to tame this evil animal handler. Ground-based vehicles get their abilities triggered, 1 complication added to this. Put Croc Master into play and equip a Cobra Transport to him. He's already in play, but I will be equipping him with a Cobra Transport. If Croc Master is defeated at the start of the round, return him to play and equip a Cobra Transport to him. He's not going anywhere. Using explosives or tech, neither of which I have, you need 7 successes to win this mission. Failing adds 1 complication to this mission, and it remains in play. Okay, so boom, right there. So that's that. That's fine. Let's go ahead and once again shuffle around our transports. Now apparently he has found, well, he must have always been hiding this in his bayou. So what vehicle has he been hoarding? Hiya! A Rattler! Sure, why not? If Wild Weasel's in play, +2 difficulty, otherwise +1 difficulty. Wild Weasel, I'm just going to tell you right now, he would have been the other boss that I would have fought if it wasn't Croc Master, but I like Croc Master because I had his toy. I had Wild Weasel too, but Croc Master was always one that I remember because he did come with Fiona. Never knew the name of it, but he did come with Fiona, which was awesome. And I just liked the way that toy looked. I liked the alligator with it. He had a little whip. I don't know. It was a really cool thing to have, but he's a 5 that I have to take care of. And again, it doesn't matter because at the end of, at the start of a round, which would be the end of Keel-Haul's turn, then he would come back into play anyway. I honestly think Firefly is the way to go right now. Yes, Fiona's been a pain in the reptilian butt, but Firefly is going to keep putting these on. I only have 2 spaces left for things, so I think that is the best choice, and I at least can get that detonator and throw it in. Do I really even want it? I probably don't even want it, but I can use martial arts in order to fight him, so we'll use that. All right, so we'll take the Vamp, and first we'll start with Captain Gridiron. Immediately flip 1 Cobra officer face down to the start of the next player's turn. You know what? Yeah, put Destro upside down so I don't have to draw a complication. Perfect, all right. So we know that that's 2 martial arts. Law and Order is 3, I gotta get another dice, sorry, 3 martial arts. They're not leaders, so they get basic dice. He's not a precision strike. Yes, I will not get those 2 cards drawn, but it's fine. I'm not worried about that. Sci-fi, I don't have any gear either. He's literally going to add 1 to this. And you know what? Let's not use sci-fi. Let's just hope for the best that these 5 can beat Firefly. That's what I'm going with. I know it's a long shot, but I can't beat this. I've been cold for the last several rolls. This has been awful. I can't. Oh my goodness. Anything? Are you kidding? Oh, so close. Do I retcon sci-fi back in? Do I retcon sci-fi back in and give him 1 roll? I'm gonna do it. We're gonna retcon sci-fi. I used sci-fi. I did. Everyone saw that. I had him on there. So we get the roll of dice. Doesn't matter. See, he was always there. He was always with them. Oh, no. All right, well, we got all that. Oh, I did have a reroll. I'm sorry, I had a reroll. I had a reroll. Hold on. Get him! Ice cold, man. Ah, man, I pride myself on my luck at times with these dice, but oh my goodness, this is terrible. All right, so Firefly's still in play. Ugh, and I don't really, I could get the detonator. Target player may destroy 1 card in their discard pile. You know what? Sure. We'll grab that because I can get rid of that Cobra Trooper. And that's that. Just to kind of just continue cycling things along. Lightfoot, explosives. Hey, that's great. If this mission fails, which if it does, fantastic. Defeat a Cobra Battalion in the lineup. That's actually really not bad, considering I'm in a very, very bad spot right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at all that gear. So much gear. Okay. Moving on here. Destro comes back into play from that, so we didn't have to draw the thingy yet. Okay. Again, I'm at a problem point because Overwhelming Force is just going to keep moving this up, and Search and Rescue is just terrible. You know what I'm going to do? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. First things first. Triple T, we're going to send that over to the flag. So, yeah, send that over. All right, so I moved that up there, which is fine. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, this would have been fantastic with explosives or tech. I'm going to save Rock and Roll. We're going to put Rock and Roll up here. I'm going to use Wild Bill, and we're going to have 3 wilds going up against Search and Rescue. I do have a reroll as well. Let's just do this right here. Now, we are in the yellow. We are in the yellow. And I think this applies, you guys let me know down in the comment section below, but I'm pretty sure this applies for this or higher. So even if I'm in the, will this work? No, I'm sorry. This can only be in the yellow, right? Because there are cards that have multiple colors on them. So I do get 1 hit. So Search and Rescue, man, at the end of the story, maybe I shouldn't do that. Because it just adds a complication to it, which could be bad, but you know how that is. Yeah, all right, no, we're gonna change. We're gonna go to Overwhelming Force. We do 1 hit, so I have to do a 2. I have 3 dice to do 2. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh boy, just barely getting these off. All right, so that's gone. Perfect, good. And then again, it's gonna trigger the same way as the last one. At the end of your turn, fail the current story mission and then discard this. So this is gonna be the end of my turn. I have 5 to spend. I don't need all 5, but I am gonna grab Lowlight and put him on top. Teaching an old dog new tricks on a mission +1 hit. If you complete this mission with at least double the hits, that's like an overkill, I believe is what it's called later on. Each player on the mission draws a card. Oh, that's really good. That's really nice. Plus it gives a hit, so it lowers it down 1. Ooh, that's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. End of turn. This triggers, which means this fails, and by this failing, all that means is that another complication adds to it. Very bad. I'm not happy about that, but that's that. We're also at the end of the round, so oh my gosh! All right, let's start with Firefly. This goes. I have to either defeat another one of these or finish it. Destro also draws a complication. Story mission. So this is actually attached onto that. And now when I do this story mission, any other Joe I add to this, I have to discard 1. I don't think this is going to work. This is going to be bad. And then Croc Master makes everybody discard stuff. So, What do I want to discard? What do I want to discard? I am going to discard. I'm going to discard this GI here, and I'm going to discard their side mission. Yeah, okay. We'll discard this here to at least maybe. Oh no! Oh no! I just lost. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I'm reading too much into Firefly. I'm thinking that I need to keep putting stuff on there. It's if there are 3 or fewer. There was already 4 on there. I don't have to worry about that. The last Cobra Battalion I put on for him, this would go on. I don't even think that, I think I might have even added 1 extra by mistake anyway. So whatever, that's fine. This, however, does go up to the red. I had to relook at that and just kind of, I'm getting nervous now. I also noticed a few other things that I forgot at the very beginning of this session. Within the campaign, there are win and lose conditions for episodes. And because we won episode 1, I was supposed to shuffle the core game expert mode cards and put 1 into play. I did not do that. However, also because I did log new ride for our sheet, I should have drawn a Cobra transport and commandeered it, basically putting it next to the flag. I'm not going to do either of those because I messed up and we were pretty much at the end of this round, or this game, I should say. But I just wanted to point it out right now. Okay. Wild. Crazy. Insane. Detonator. Kaboom. I want to get rid of this Cobra Trooper. That's gone. With all this, rock and roll's over here, which is good. All of that said and done, he will provide 2 wild skill for whatever it is that I need to do. Who do I want to go up against? It's Tracker. Nothing. Croc Master is Tracker, but I don't need to do anything. I mean, he's causing me to lose a lot of stuff, but it's really not the worst thing. I got to start clearing out some of these. That's the problem right now, is clearing out a lot of these. What do we got? We have the jump, which is probably really good to have. Yep. The anti-vehicle, the tranquilizer dart. That'd be good also to flip over everybody. And the APC, I'm not worried about that. This would need a 3 for the Skyhawk, another vehicle, which is probably something I should, so many things I should probably get, but I just don't have the ability to. All right, let's just take Tracker, which is actually going to apply 4 because I have, we're in the red now, so it's +1 wild skill. We can only go after 1 of these Cobra battalions. We use the Vamp, obviously. So let's just first see if we do it. We do. We defeat them exactly. That was a hit. So I wasn't going after the Trouble Bubble. I already knew that already. I think what I'm going to get rid of is the jump. That adds a lot, but we don't need vehicle for the last one. Remove 1 Cobra transport from this mission and gain it. There are 3 right now in play. I'm going to take that. It's 4. We're going to take that, and maybe she'll go after Destro. This is gone, by the way. Maybe she'll go after Destro and then take that Cobra transport. Hacking gear. Oh, good. I like cycling. I wish I got that sooner. But that's it. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. I would need 2 in order to get that. So that is the end of her turn. Do I really want to? No, I used it. Right. 1, 2. I didn't even upgrade her. 3 and 4. And I would love to cycle out the APC, but that's not going to happen. Don't have anything here, so that's good in terms of precision strike. Oh no, I got to draw a complication because Destro is in play. Tech and martial arts, override security system, +1 to the gauge. All right, we'll just give that to Scarlet. Now it is our turn. Honestly, I'm just going to try to clear out some of these up here. So we'll start with rock and roll. We'll use marksman. We'll start with the jump all the way to the left, and again, that's 2 exactly, so that's 1 mission complete. That's gone. Try to open this up so I have like stuff to buy again. We'll throw down wild card. That's only 4 of these, so we'll go after this one right here. That's 2, so that's good. I don't have to worry about doubling up anything, so at least that's off, so we can now get the tranquilizer gun. That was also a side mission, by the way. Both of these are side missions, so we're back down into the yellow, by the way. So both of those are good. Lightfoot is explosives. We're going to leave him here because I'd like to use him against Destro. And I have 1 single GI. We'll just roll the dice. Nothing, and that's a failure. That's fine. Okay, so that's it right there. We have 1, 4, so I have 4 to spend. The jump's going to go, but that tranquilizer dart is really nice to have too for things. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I grab the tranquilizer dart. Good. We'll bring you back. Replace. Recovery signal. Each player returns one of their Joes on this mission to their hand. Oh, I never knew that was in the base deck too. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody discards a card. Comms and comms. There are less than 3 on the board, so unfortunately what I just did goes back. We're in the yellow, so what I just did comes back. I gotta draw a complication for a Destro. Story mission +1 difficulty. That's gonna be terrible as we go up against that. And I think that is it. This moves back up to the red, and we begin yet another round. All right, so we're definitely going after Destro in this situation. I'm not gonna worry about all that rest of that stuff, so we need to get rid of him first. Destro right here is a 6. We got to remember that. It's explosives and martial arts. So we have Scarlet right here with 2. We have Lifeline, who's not a leader, but he will give 2. We're going to bring Lowlight in, who has explosives. So he will add 3. That's from Keel-Haul's hand. Might as well get him together with these group missions. And we're going to go ahead and actually slap this anti-vehicle mine immediately down. We're going to remove this wolf from him, and we're going to gain it. So it's a ground transport that grants 3 explosives, which is going to be very helpful for the final mission. Okay, so with all that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 against Destro, who is a 5. All right, here we go. Gotta get a 5, gotta get a 5. Oh, there we go. Now we're coming back to it. Now we're coming back to it, finally. Oh, boy. Unfortunately, it's all that she can do for this round, but at least Destro is gone, gone, gone. We are going to have to go after that story mission eventually. It's just going to be really, really difficult to do because of everything else. Okay, so with that said, what do you have? 4. You can do 4. Let's grab the Teaching Old Dog New Tricks. We don't have many utility cards in here, and I think that'll work. Grand Slam. Sign Grand Slam to a mission does not count against the transport with tech and explosive. That's what we need. Now I'm getting the cards. It may be a little too late, though, because override security system triggers, and this goes up 1. So we are just 2 away from complete game over. All right, so we have Keel-Haul going. I could start going after Stealth. Man, all right, so we're going to first throw down the tranquilizer dart. Flip all Cobra officers face down until your next turn. Oh, I gotta draw 4 for her, but this is going down, so now she won't actually have to while to the end of your turn. But his thing triggers at the end of the round. Oh, never mind. That's not gonna really do anything. Oh, I thought that was different. Oh no, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 utilities, eh? Now I don't know if it's going to go. I think the Cobra tracker is too high. Man, I'm trying to put out all the fires. Order will go down, so he's in play. You may flip any player's side mission face down until the end of their next turn. All right, so we're going to go ahead and play Ambush, and we're going to flip override the system face down until the end of their next turn. So that's good. Let's roll 4 dice. And I'm going to try to go for this hacking gear right here because I love having stuff to draw. So we roll 4 dice and we get 3 of a hit. So this is destroyed. Well, beaten 4 right now. The tranquilizer dart doesn't really mean anything because a lot of it's at the end of the round. So I don't understand, like, flip all face down. Yeah, because the end of round is a completely separate thing. So this actually doesn't do as good as I thought it did. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to spend. This is for you. We'll take 2. Flip. Cutter. Vehicles and tech. Don't really need any of those. Each player returns one of their Joes from the mission to their hand. I'm not going to grab anything else. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness, everybody needs to discard 1 card from their hand. I'm going to discard Hawk because I can get him back with the Smart Missile. And for this, I'm going to discard the Reinforcement because I really don't need it. End of round time. So those discards were from Croc Master. We had to discard them from him. There's 3 or more here, or 3 or few. Oh no, if there are 3 or fewer. So there's 3 exactly. So I think at that point then 1 would go on. Oh no, 1 up. Okay, well, we got to do something. I have to defeat it. Okay, so then all I'm going to do here, I need 5 for Grand Slam. All right, so let me switch up. Sorry, Sandstorm, you got to go there. I know I have Dusty and Sandstorm here. What I am going to do, so this will flip back over at the end of her turn, so that will not trigger. I'm just going to literally go into a buy phase. Boom, to grab Grand Slam. And let's draw her cards. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Ore Tech, explosives or tech, but I have lots of explosives, so that's fine. We'll be okay. This flips back over. Now, here we go. Let's go ahead and do Smart Missile. That's the, well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the hacking gear. Let's roll 2 and not draw anything. Fantastic. Okay, well, that was a waste, but hey, I like it regardless. Target player puts 1 card from their discard pile to their hand. Do I have anything else with explosives? I'm actually going to pull Tunnel Rat because we're in the red. He has explosives for 3, and I get to draw 2 cards, which now we are going to go ahead and go up against the story mission. If we beat it, we win. I should use the flag for a lot of its stuff, but to be honest with you, I don't want to chance it. So, because we can't use the special abilities that are on a lot of these guys. Cover Girl goes down. Cover Girl gives us 4. All right. Outback goes down. He also has explosives for 2. There's going to be no gear or utility on this mission. The stuff I used before were independent. They're not on this mission. So we do get 2 hits. So we only need to roll a 5 plus whatever happens here. Well, technically a 6 because it's already +1 difficulty. Tunnel Rat comes in for 1, 2, 3. And then Grand Slam drops in. He doesn't count, which is great. You know what? Let's just bring Sci-Fi anyway, because, again, he doesn't count. We get 1 from Sci-Fi, 1, 2, 3 from Grand Slam, because remember, he does not count against capacity. And I think that's it. That should be everything. Now, first things first, let's go over to our complications. Starting here, underwater entrance, story mission +1 difficulty. We know that is, so it's now an 8. Story mission, discard 1 Joe from this mission. I'm going to get rid of Sci-Fi because he only adds 1 dice. Now, we've got company, add 1 Cobra Battalion to the leftmost, immediately draw and resolve another complication. So you go here, and actually I forgot to put a 6 card down here, disarm. We are so, oh my god, we're at the cusp of losing. All right. Night Raven's attack at the end of your turn. This fails. Explosives and vehicles. I have to give that to Keel-Haul because he doesn't have any. All right, 1 more. Surprise attack. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Cobra!
Oh no. Oh no. Well, just out of the sake of curiosity, let's roll everything. I would need to roll 8 in order to have completed this, but unfortunately, we have failed. I believe this counts as a failure as well, because that is pretty much the end of it. Would we have got? Ah, we would have gotten it too. Look at that. That was a single, by the way, not a double. Oh my god, we would have so wiped. Look at all these doubles. I've rolled more doubles with these than I do with the Mission Critical dice. We would have won if the gauge wasn't up as high as it was. So it is what it is. We were also 1 away from that. Never got a chance to upgrade Scarlet, but her deck was way thinner than Keel-Haul's by the end of it. And I had lots of ways of destroying things, but it just didn't work out that way. Sometimes you just can't get the cards to come out that you want. And you know, that's the nature of the deck builders. Well, that lead Storm Shadow offered really paid off. Sure, we've got a big fight ahead of us. lick our wounds after that last one for sure. And I'm happy to say we're able to retrieve an encrypted hard drive from their base before extraction. It's going to take some time for the eggheads-like mainframe to comb through the encrypted data from the mission, but we've secured a Cobra hard drive with enough info to blow this whole thing wide open. In fact, we've already received intel on 2 high-level Cobra targets operating right under our nose. It's nice to know something is brewing behind the scenes at our friendly global terrorist organization. Without that tip-off, we'd still be lost at sea without a paddle. Now if we can just convince Storm Shadow to join the good guys' side. Snake Eyes, you're a fellow ninja master. Why don't you try talking some sense into... Yay, where'd he go? Resolution. Make sure to fill out the information at the top of episode 2 on your campaign log, checking the appropriate boxes, win, loss, ending, threat meter level, and noting the number of story successes and failures in episode 2. And there you have it, everybody. Episode 2, mission 2 of Raise the Flag. I want to just kind of bring it in one more. I know it's a top-down view. It's hard to see or kind of weird to look at some of these things from here, but just give it another view on camera. All right, so as far as filling out our ending sheet goes, this was a loss, so we do have to put that in the lose column. We lost episode 1, lost episode 2. We have all of our news stuff in the story notes. Really nothing specific to characters, all story stuff. Threat meter was in the red, so that goes. And let's actually count these correctly this time. The wins were 1, 2, 3, 4, or successes, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes and 4 losses for this case, or 4 fails. So we failed 4 of our 9 missions, which was half, which is probably a good reason why the whole thing was a failure in the long run. And man, I can't believe it got up that high. Yeah, you got to watch it. This is the make or break point of the game, is watching this thing go up. I probably didn't use my diffuses as well as I should, but that's okay. To be honest with you, with this campaign, sometimes losing an episode gives you a benefit in the long run that you can't, that you may want regardless of anything, or will end up helping you out or something like that. So winning increases the difficulty, losing helps you out more. So it's made to challenge you and like really make it an interesting campaign from beginning to end, and will be very, very different going forward. With things being different in mind, I got questions for you guys. First and foremost, we have a new thing that we can add to the USS Flag, the weapon system. Move over a little bit so I can put it over there so you can see. You guys are going to choose. There's actually going to be 2 choices this time. This is the first choice. Which weapon system? The 20mm cannon, overkill. That would be defeating a mission with at least double the hits needed. Doing an overkill gains 1 recruitment point. So that way I can gain a ton of recruitment points really quickly right off the bat with my character, should I keep doing hits and like lacking on all of the damage. Or the 76mm anti-ship gun. When you complete them, this is again overkill. When you complete a mission with at least double the hits needed, each player with at least 1 Joe on the mission draws a card. I don't know. Buying stuff is really good because you really want to be able to get through, get those better things into your deck to make it stronger, but also cycling is really good as well. So this is going to be the first choice for you guys. The 20mm cannon, and of course I'll have a full poll of this on my channel or on my community page, so be sure to keep an eye out for that, or the 76mm anti-ship gun. You guys out there will be able to vote on which ones you think will be better. And then, of course, remember, YouTube members and Patreon subscribers, you guys get your extra votes in order to try to sway it one way or another. I always wanted to show the backside, which is the exact same thing as the front. So these are no different at all. Episode 3 also has a branching path to it. You can only choose one of 2 options in order to go through the story. In episode 2, it was given to us. We had to roll the dice and whatever it was, determine what path we take. Here, we can actually choose. And again, you guys are going to get that choice. You guys can also leave your choices down in the comment section below, and that will count as well. So you get all different types of ways to voice your opinion on this. The first of 2 choices is Extensive Enterprise, where you can pursue Tomax and Zamat, or we can do Head Deep into Darklonia, where we can pursue Darklon. those are the two branches that we could possibly take, and whatever one we choose is are the missions that we have to go through or the bosses we have to fight and things along that way. So keep that in mind as well. Both that and the weapons choices will be polls on the channel within the next month or so, because it'll probably be a month or so before I put the next one out. But I want to hear your opinions and your thoughts, not only on that, but this whole thing itself. What do you think of the campaign so far? Is this something that you've gone through or you're interested in? Are you thinking about re-picking up a G.I. Joe the Deck Builder with this and kind of going through it yourself? Because there's so many different ways you can play, so many different options to this that you could have multiple runs, full runs of this in a row and always get something different. But with all that said and done, thank you guys once again. To be sure you don't miss the next amazing episode as we raise the flag within G.I. Joe the Deck Builder, be sure you are subscribed to the Home Gamer Dad. If you wish to support the channel even further, there's a ton of ways to do that down in the description section below. The big one being the affiliate links to Renegade Games. I have all of it down there for every single bit of the G.I. Joe, the deck builder out there. Old expansions, new expansions, whatever it happens to be. This, of course, you can pick up from there. Using those affiliate links go a long way to helping the channel grow by far. And of course, adds these things to your collection as well, because that's just the best way to do it. We love having so much fun with this. I do want to pick up the other two expansions at some point because I want to see what their cards are, maybe mix them into the main deck as well. Speaking of which, for episode 3, I'm going to take all the cards that I've done into the discard pile, see if that equals 30. If it doesn't, then I'll just take a few other cards from the main deck. I don't know. I'll figure it out how to do it. But remember, I take 30 cards out every time. We get new pets for the next time. I'm going to switch out. I think I'm going to leave Scarlet, but I'm going to switch out Scarlet with, do I want to put Shipwreck? No, we'll put, Keel-Haul will switch out. We'll put Shipwreck in next time. So we'll have Scarlet and Shipwreck for episode 3. Yeah, that'll be fun. We'll keep that. Sky Striker will permanently stay here. I didn't use it this time, but it is something to remember. I look forward to sharing that with you guys in the near future. It should be an exciting one for sure. Thank you all so much again. Take care of yourselves and each other. We are family forever, gaming together upon the ship of strength and valor through the open seas. We must fight our terrorist organization counterpart before they do all kinds of crazy things, destroying the world, and of course, getting more Florida men up here in order to cause havoc and crazy, crazy traps. I tell you, did not expect to run into so many traps, but that Croc Master, he's a tricky one indeed. You guys have a good one, and I will catch you all later.